Hey, what's up, guys? Today is 10/23/2020, and we have 11 days before the election. So nobody is talking about your gun rights. If you guys are not paying attention, you wouldn't even know that your guns are definitely on the ballot here in 2020. So if you're somebody who maybe you don't like Trump, but you love your guns, you better take a look at this. So this here is Joe Biden and Harris's plan to end gun violence epidemic. So let's take a look here, guys. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna scroll down. I'll skip some of the stuff that maybe to me is not quite as important, just to save time. But you should take a look at his website, go through all the material on your own. But let's start off right here by banning manufacturer's sale of assault weapons and high capacity magazines. So they want to ban assault weapons. The key word here is assault weapons. It doesn't say assault rifles. It says high capacity magazines. All the language I can find on this, when I take a look at the HR 5717 bill presented by Congress, you can see that they are defining this as a semi-automatic pistol that has a capacity to detach magazine and any of the one following: a threaded barrel, a second pistol grip, a barrel shroud, the capacity to accept a detached magazine at some location outside of the pistol grip, a semi-automatic version of an automatic firearm, a manufactured weight of 50 ounces or more when unloaded, a stabilizing brace or similar component, and this one's important, a semi-automatic pistol with a fixed magazine that has a capacity of more than 10 rounds. So if you have a semi-automatic pistol with more than 10 rounds, from everything that I can see, does look like that could potentially be ruled as an assault weapon. Number 2, regulate the possession of existing assault weapons under the National Firearms Act. If you guys have been looking around on social media, you might have seen some of these posts coming up talking about $200 registration tax, $200 magazine tax. Well, from what I can see, that looks like it is true. So when you take a look at this, you don't see the $200 tax being mentioned. Where if you actually click on the link here to regulate the possession of existing assault weapons under the National Firearms Act, it will take you to a link. And this link, if you scroll down, will talk about the National Firearms Act, which was initially in 1934. They banned machine guns, short barrel rifles, silencers, and you need to go through a background check that includes a submission of a photo, identification, fingerprints, and all required registration for the firearm with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Explosives. And it requires individuals to pay a $200, here it says a transfer tax. Down at the bottom, it does say a $200 registration tax on each weapon. So it doesn't specifically say in this that they're going to charge $200 per magazine and have to register a high capacity magazine, which is generally defined by the Democrats as anything 10 rounds or more, but it does say $200 to register each assault weapon. So take note of that. That is there. I've seen quite a few people bring that up and say, "Oh, it doesn't say," but it does say. You just got to click on the link. So go ahead and get on his website, check that out. Next, looks like if you cannot afford to pay your $200, then you're going to have to sell that weapon back to the U.S. government. So buyback program, who knows how that's going to work out. The next point I'd like to make that I think is going to impact a lot of people is the reduce stockpiling of weapons. In order to reduce stockpiling of firearms, Biden supports legislation restricting the number of firearms an individual may purchase to one per month. So, one gun per month. That sucks. If you like to buy and sell guns, if you just like guns, that's going to limit your ability to buy more than one gun in a month. So, take note of that. You got your background checks, close loopholes, reinstate some Obama era policies, hate crime loophole, Charleston loophole. And this here is the final point that I want to get into, at least as far as his page goes. But they're talking about ending the sale of firearms and ammunition. So it says that Biden will enact legislation to prohibit online sales of firearms, ammunition, kits, and gun parts. So if you want to buy a part for your weapon, you won't be able to do that. You're going to have to find a authorized dealer and go through them. You're not going to be able to buy your ammo online. If you like to build guns, if you want to get kits, you're not going to be able to do any of that. So definitely take note of that. Now back up here to the ban or the regulation of existing firearms. So when I clicked over here, I found that it's Gifford's Law Center. So I didn't really see anything as far as the definition of extended magazines, if they're planning to tax those. So I just want to present a little bit more data. I went and looked on their website, and I was able to find that they are clearly talking about 10 rounds. So although the statutory definitions may vary, magazines with the capacity of 10 rounds of ammunition are generally considered large capacity magazines. So take notes. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.